Welcome to a sad episode of Resident Evil, bro. So I gotta be honest, some stuff happened, and I'm gonna be honest, the audio is messed up. I went back to edit the videos, all 3 videos of Resident Evil episode 3, 4, and 5, and they have, what can I say, delayed audio. So when I'm shooting a gun, it's delayed. When talking's happening, it's delayed. My voice is still sounding, fine. It's just something happening with the editing. I don't know what happened. And bad news, Assassin's Creed and one episode of WWE are also gone. So yeah, this episode is going to be sad for me, but I hope you guys do enjoy it still. I'm sorry I couldn't get 3 episodes out. They were each funny in my opinion, and I wanted to get the clips out, but I can't do that. So we just gotta call this episode 3, 4, and 5 combined. And yeah, I'm gonna be doing a voiceover of everything. So I hope you guys do enjoy that. And yeah, let's just get it started. So Grace ended up finding this random dude knocked out. He's not knocked out, he's dead in the office. I'm gonna be honest with you, he's dead. We found a picture of him with Emily and another child, which I'm gonna be honest, it's that monster. The other child's that monster. They're both wearing all white. Let's be honest, the hair is white for some reason. So Grace remembers that Emily can read stuff with her hands, sign, I don't know if that's sign language or what it is. But she can read stuff like that, and we need her to do this goofy ass puzzle that makes no sense. It's like you have to use you have to use pretty much sign language, you know what I mean? You have to feel the thing to know what the numbers and stuff is. So pretty much that's what Grace has to get. Why do they have a puzzle like this in a prison? I don't know, but we end up going back as Grace, and Grace is this is my least favorite part of the game. Grace is asking her, why they let you in there? Who put you in there? Why are you locked up? And I'm like, go. She's like, what, 5? She's like 5 or 6. Why the hell are you asking the child, what's gonna happen if I open up this door? Bitch, open up the motherfucking door. I'm a little ass kid. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. You stupid ass. Open the door. So she ends up opening the door, and she's scared to go up to. Look at her. Look at Grace. This shit pissed me off. She's just pretty much sitting there. She's talking to her. She's like, hey, I need your help. I know your little blind ass can open up the door, and I need your help. And Emily's kind of skeptical. She's like, who the fuck are you right now? You came into my room, my peace and comfort, and you trying to get me to open up a door for you? Who do you think we are right now? So she ends up trying to persuade her to get the door open, talking to her all nervously. Emily's talking about, yeah, I can do that. And then we skip forward a little bit. She ends up getting Emily to get the box open. Emily gets the box open. This happens. Yeah, this randomly just happens. I don't know how this happens, but it does. I paused it because I guess I couldn't believe it. King, don't do that shit again. You make me look stupid in front of the people. Yeah, that same that monster that Leon shot kidnapped Emily because apparently it has a special bond with Emily, because it just does, because they grew up together. So it ends up kidnapping her. Grace just stands there, but then again, Grace can't really do anything. What is Grace really gonna do? And then after that, she finds that Emily has got taken into this hole, and she ends up going down there because she's like, not also do I need Emily, but she has that puzzle piece I need. So it's like a selfish and also hero thing she's got to do is go back. And we go back to Leon. Leon has gotten kidnapped. This is I think episode 3 still. Leon has gotten kidnapped by Doofenshmirtz, and yeah, he just gets kidnapped by Doofenshmirtz, and Doofenshmirtz is just talking all that stuff. He's talking about, you're dying, you are going to blah 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 blah, just all that mumbo jumbo bullshit, and he's just yapping to him at this point. I'm gonna be honest, he's just yapping to him. As you can see, he's pretty much just yapping. One thing I do like about this game is that they got really good cutscenes are really goddamn good, bro. This game's got some of the best graphics I think anywhere. I think this obviously it's the best looking Resident Evil game, but man, I'm gonna be honest, it's top notch, bro. It's top notch. I always like playing as Leon way more than Grace. But yeah, this whole scene is pretty much nothing, to be honest. Not nothing, but he's just got Leon. He's threatening to scalpel him, torture him, all that good shit. He's pretty much he's just saying all that stuff. He's like, touching him weirdly too. I forgot about that. He's touching him, his hair and shit. Talking about he gonna, you know what I'm saying? Get that yam up your, you know, he's saying crazy shit. He said, you know, Google Gaga, you know, he's saying all that stuff. He said Winston, grip the motherfucker. You know, he's doing creepy ass shit. But yeah, he ends up, I think, right here, he ends up seeing that he's really infected. You know, he already knew he was infected. You know, he's just fucking rubbing his finger. And he gets all up in his face and he's all like, snake tongue ass. He says something about something. Leon says, your breath is motherfucking hot, boy. Get that shit out my face. Damn. Oh boy, I'm not gonna lie, he get kind of offended by that a little bit. He gets a little pissed off. He's like, this bitch just say that my breath is hot? Did he just say that my breath is hot? No, goddamn, everything I did. And he scans him, and I don't know why he scanned him, to be honest, bro. He's doing, like, it's some weird shit, to be honest with you. I don't know how you even do that. So he ends up scanning him. Damn, this, bro, how long did I play this? I should have showed this down, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, he cuts his neck. He ends up bleeding. Leon don't give two shits about that, by the way. You think that all the zombie bites on his dick? You think he care about that? Every time a zombie, I played Resident Evil 4. A zombie was chomping on Leon's knee and neck and ass cheeks every 5 minutes. You think that little slice is gonna do something? But Leon, being a badass he is, he ends up breaking free. He kicks that motherfucker out the thing, fights him, bucks that motherfucker. God damn, he kicked him in the knee. I forgot about that part. Oh boy loves his I think Oh boy's blind, to be honest, because he has to use them goggles too much. Leon grabs a pistol. Oh boy's runs like a little bitch, Scooby-Doo has. Leon got there too late, so I was busting shots. And I think that's where we go into Leon's chapter. After that, he just gets kidnapped, and I'm gonna be honest, that's pretty much it. He just pretty much gets kidnapped. Yeah, that's about it. Leon ends up injecting himself because that stuff is what keeps him alive. I'm guessing, I don't know, I never understood the read hobes, but that was Leon's chapter. And then after that, we go, still Leon's chapter. You guys can tell this is my first time doing a voiceover, so I apologize. We end up finding a baby man of our own. It's baby man's brother, big baby man, and we end up finding a shotgun that I was really excited about. Baby man ends up putting down the body. His big titties end up looking at us. We have to fight him. We blow him up, obviously, to be honest. It's not easy to kill him as Leon. It took about 12 shotgun shells, probably. Then we find out the most hottest shit in my life, bro. I was yelling. I wish y'all could hold it. We find out that the person that's been on our computer helping us as Leon is not that one lady who's been helping Leon, but it's the one, the only. It's not Ashley either. Hold on, wait till it shows. It's my motherfucking baby. It's my baby. Y'all probably be like, y'all already played the game, so y'all already know who it is. It's my baby Ashley. Wait, it's not Ashley. Fuck. Sherry Boken, boy. Put some respect on Sherry Boken's name, boy. God damn, she's so fine, boy. That short hair, boy. I'm telling you things, boy. The things I love, boy. I'll go to a whole zombie apocalypse for, if you know what I'm saying. Boy, I'll probably fight though. I'll probably fight Mexico just for that shit. Now I'm gonna lie. After that though, she ends up saying that, like, what's she talking about? Yeah, we need to find Grace. My bad. We have to find Grace. Grace is the key to the apocalypse. Apparently, she's the key. She's got some type of she's got really good DNA, or her mom does. But we end up needing her, and Leon's like, "Fuck, I guess we can need this bitch." That's literally what he says. I'm not joking. But after that, it switches back to Grace. She's falling, dreaming, talking. She definitely ain't getting no sleep. But yeah, Grace is... It was so hard to play as Grace this scene, bro. They took us underground, and it was the hardest shit ever. Like, it took me almost... I swear it was 2 hours almost to do it. But, yeah, we ended up following the logo down here. Grace, this is what it looked like. It was terrible, y'all. It was terrible. We had to find these buttons. We had to find these little generator buttons that we had to put in there, right? And every time we did, it would open up a door. But, man, zombies would either come or some bullshit would happen, I feel like. We end up finding one of the cells, and we find out that the monster, well, we knew that it can jump, it had fucking hops, but we figured out that it took Emily into the cell because, I don't know, it loves prison, bro. It's just that, you know, it said, I don't want to be free. It's got all that intelligence, but it still want to go to a cell. So I ended up locking Emily up, and we ended up finding out that, hurry up, Grace, hurry up. We ended up, yeah, she tried waking her up at first. I forgot about that. Emily did not want to wake up. She's a sleepy ass kid, bro. I'm not gonna lie, sleepy ass. But Damn, she slumped. Yeah, she was really slumped, bro. That feel got her. I ain't gonna lie, that shit do the same thing to me. But we find out that the thing likes dolls and shit, and it sees Emily as a doll. But I'm gonna be honest, y'all, I don't believe that. I think that it knows Emily is like, it used to be its friend. I'm gonna be honest. That's what I think. So we end up finding all this stuff. This is the tunnel area I was telling you about. Tons of zombies, really pitch black. This is where you need your flashlight more than anything. That thing ended up, I had to run away from that thing multiple times. Yeah, it was just pretty crazy. So this is the scene, I think, where I think this is it. I ended up finding all 3 pieces of the puzzle, and I'm gonna be honest, the stuff I had to do to find that, y'all, it was ridiculous. And I know y'all probably like, King, you're playing a Resident Evil game. Don't you know that they're supposed to they're supposed to be? Yeah, it's always got puzzles. What game do you think you were playing? I know. I'm just saying, at a content standpoint, I probably edited out all that. I'm gonna be honest, it was a lot. But we end up saving Grace. Grace. We ended up saving Emily. The lights turned back on, but every cell opened. So that means this place was swarmed with zombies that you can't shoot, by the way, because when you're carrying Emily, you can't shoot a gun. So you legit had to just run through that's the tunnel, by the way. That's the map and everything. You had to just run through everything. So I ended up doing that. I ran through everything. I don't think I put all of it in here, but I ended up, I ran so far away. You know what I mean? Like, they made me do a button mash so I wouldn't fucking die, because the big tall lady was trying to get the elevator, bro. It's technically a child, but I had to push her ass up there. I'll be honest, I would have yeeted her up there. I would have threw her. Whole big ass jumped in the elevator thinking she Shaq, bitch. She jumped in there. She was trying to grab Grace's foot. Grace somehow got this elevator. You already know what's about to happen, bro. You already know what's about to happen. Grace somehow got this elevator to collapse, which I thought was, well, it wasn't really her. She thought her leg got cut off. Look at this. Grace was screaming. She's oh my god, you know, my leg, all that shit. I'm gonna be honest, I was looking, I was shocked. I don't think I even talked this section. I was just like, did her leg really get cut off? That's what I thought. I said, did her leg really get cut off? But yeah, she ended up not getting her leg cut off, so I thought that was good. So that thing ended up losing a hand, but I'm gonna be honest, it's probably gonna grow it back, because we seen Leon shoot half of its head off. The Emily and Grace, they finally get a connection to the point where Grace is like, I'm glad I saved you, type shit. Like, I'm glad I saved you. You're my child now. I'm gonna adopt you after this. That's pretty much what it adds. So that, you know, she gives her the little cube thing. She hugs her for saving her. Grace is all shocked, like, oh my god, is this my child? So she ends up like hugging her. I'm gonna get you out of here, crying and shit. We end up getting outside too, because it's the last piece, which is pretty freaking awesome in my opinion. So we end up getting the last, oh, we already said that. We got the last piece of the puzzle. We end up going outside. There's a helicopter, a helicopter pad, a random ass house, by the way. This place makes no sense. This dude pulls up named motherfucking what's his name? Big Bishop, Big Booty Man. You know, he pulled up. Man pulled up. Uncle Ben pulled up. He was already, I think he was smoking too. This motherfucker was just, yeah. He was like, I don't think he was smoking, but like, he was stressed out. He said he was a pilot. He said the dude who blah 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 took the keys to the plane. Somehow, I don't know how you let that happen. You're the pilot, right? But your keys get taken by somebody. Like, how the fuck that happened? I don't know how that happens, to be honest with you. Grace is telling him, like, stay back, bitch. You're limping. He's like, yo, I didn't get this from a bite. I ended up getting jumped by some motherfucking dudes. And Grace, he's like, I can fly the She said, is that your helicopter? And he's like, yeah, this is my helicopter. I can get your ass to, I take your ass to motherfucking Raccoon City if you wanted me to. She said, I don't need that shit, nigga. And I was like, what the fuck did Grace just say? But besides that part right there, he says, if you can go into that random ass house that's randomly built outside of an asylum hospital, that's where the key is going to be. And I'm like, that's where the key's gonna be, right? Abandoned ass house, that's where the key's gonna be. And he ends up asking like who the kid is, blah 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 blah. She says, it's my daughter, nigga, it's my seed. And he said, I'll take care of the kid, you go in there, get my goddamn key, pretty much. Blah 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 blah. And if I'm correct, next that's the next mission, is get the key. But I'm gonna be honest, I like this chapter a lot, of grabbing the key and like hanging out with Emily. But my god, bro, I don't think it made sense that there was a house. And I know I'm not trying to nitpick with Resident Evil, because stuff in Resident Evil tends to make no sense. I mean, the viruses and all that. But they're just doing shit sometimes. But we end up going into that lab. The house was a lab, by the way. My bad, I forgot to mention that. The house was a laboratory the whole time. So Grace ends up going into that house. There's a basement, blah blah blah, elevator, and we end up going down there. And this is where they've been making zombies the whole time. This is where the virus got started. This is it. This is where they got the shit from. They have a big ass ball of stuff, and after that, my boy pulls up. He said, he's talking to some bad hoes. He said,
"Hey yo, after I get back in the thing, you think you can pull up?" He said, "I miss that fat booty going crazy. I got the hoes in the city. I got Rescue on my payroll. Stuff's going in right now. Are you down, baby girl?" I'm talking about big fat stacks, big cash.
And that's what happened after that. He ends up blowing up the place after that too. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. He blows up the place just because he said YOLO. He says he don't want no evidence, even though he looks like evidence himself. He's so goddamn ugly. I don't know how he thinking he gonna destroy evidence. Look at him. Zombies randomly come because they hear the explosion. I don't know when they got out of the lab or when they got out of the asylum. They're just... they kind of came out of nowhere. They came out the woods like it was fucking Walking Dead. They start climbing onto the helicopter. They climb onto the helicopter. Somehow they climb onto the helicopter. And they just start beating it. We ended up crashing the fucking helicopter because a zombie ended up breaking the windshield, and old boy had to fight it off. Knowing Grace had a pistol, by the way. I want you to keep that in mind. Grace had a pistol. The Requiem itself, too. She could have shot the zombie, but instead she just continued to yell and scream. The tree killed the black dude. Something ended up hitting Emily, so she got injured. Grace ends up getting out of the helicopter. She's like, blah, 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 blah. She grabs Emily, obviously. I mean, who's not gonna grab the kid? Emily is seriously injured. They still don't show, like, if she got hit by a tree stump or, like, what? Not a tree stump, but, like, I guess something must have injured her. Leon ends up covering her as a sniper. Leon makes his way to the chapel, which is where Emily and Grace went. And Leon finally reaches up to her. Finally, a cutscene with Leon and Grace. You don't know how hype this was, bro. It was hype. So this ends up happening, and yeah. But I think from The Last of Us came, it was a crossover. Big clicker ended up coming, so Leon had to tell Grace, "You go, I'll kill it." You know how Leon is, bro. He's extra. I'm gonna be honest. So he ended up going to go do that. Grace ended up going into this weird tunnel. That's where Leon told her to go. He didn't tell her, but he said go that way. And that's where they ended up going. He said, "I'll catch up with you." And this is what I don't get. The segment is, all this, you end up fighting this monster. It opens up to the outside, right? This monster gets boned up, finally. It's a big boss fight, but it really didn't feel like a boss fight. I'll be honest with you. She ends up dying right now. Turned into Gabagool. I don't understand that part. I want y'all to see this next part, though. This next part blew my motherfucking mind. I'm talking about, boy, this shit was, woo! I'm talking about, it was really good. So she turned into, like, Gabagool, boy. She turned into all that little goop. Finally dead, right? She is dead. I'm not saying, like, she's gonna get back up. But I was pissed. Boy, she jump scared me, like, 5 times, by the way. There was a segment where you had to be in the dark. And that's me shooting her, and she ended up just making me scream a whole bunch. But we end up going back to the main woman, Emily, and she looked dead, bro. I'll be honest with you. She looked dead, and she's trying to wake her up. She can't wake her up. She has no pulse, all that good stuff. She gave her CPR for a while. It's not working. She thinks she's dead, and I'm like, did a kid really die in the game? I'm like, I can't believe that. She didn't really die. Obviously, like, when have they ever killed off a kid in a game? That, like, they don't do that often, and if they do, they don't show it. It's like really rare. So she's doing CPR. She ends up waking back up, and I'm like, oh shit, she's alive. But then she starts spitting out blood, bitch, and yelling, and I'm like, did she just turn into a zombie? Do we have our very first Resident Evil kid zombie? And I'm like, I was so shook at this point. I was yelling, I was screaming. I'm like, we really just lost a child, bro. In Resident Evil. Like, when has that ever happened? When have you ever losing a child in Resident Evil? Like, that does not happen in these games, bro. and she ends up turning into a baby woman, bruh. And I said, what the fuck is this game right now? Look at her. She look like an SCP. Them things. She like one of the SCPs, bruh. Like, I don't even understand it. She ends up turning into that thing. She looked like a motherfucking dick. I'm gonna be honest with you. She looked like, goddamn, she looked like a disease. Leon comes and he's like, I'm sorry. I gotta shoot the kid. It's my job. And I didn't make you shoot the kid, but multiple times. But then again, we had to kill the other kid, and that was technically a kid too. We ended up shooting her. I guess she wasn't that strong because she ends up dying. And that's Emily, but she turned into a goddamn boil. She looked like, I don't know, she looked like something Gordon Ramsay would make you eat and charge you money for. I don't, you know. That was that. And Grace is flipping out. She's like, why did you make me do this? You killed her, you monster! Yelling and shit like that. She says, I tried to Sable. I tried. So she ends up giving him his gun back. His Requiem gun. And she said, I'm done. I'm leaving this place. And old boy pulled up to her and said, we got business, me and you. I know you're tired, blah, 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 blah. But there's somebody I want you to meet. And this is where the game got fucking fire. This is where I'm mad that I couldn't get it to a code. It's Resco, bitch. I'm talking about D-Man and stuff. He looked badass. He's also sick, by the way, as you can tell. He got that fucking fit on him. And then we go back to Leon as Kennedy, big balls. There's a spider right there. Look at that nasty bitch. Foreshadowing. Look at Sherry Boken looking like a bad bitch. Leon is tasked with going back to Raccoon City because there is something in the middle where the bomb blew up. You know where the bomb blew up, right? And it, you know, caused the gigantic... Where's it at? Right there. We have to go to that middle and find out where it is. But before that, we get jumped by motherfucking spiders, bitch. We get jumped by spiders, gabagoons. Annabelle pulled up, bitch, from The Conjuring. I'm talking about so much shit happened. It was ridiculous. I don't even know how to explain it, bro. We ended up watching a video of Resco. He was beating the fuck out of them people. He's overfarming the whole game, by the way. He's overfarming, bitch. Look at how he walks slow. Look at his walk. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. He was overfarming this shit. He said, move, bitch. That's what he said right there, too. I'm not gonna lie. And then after that, Leon finds this bike. It took about 2 hours to find this bike, by the way. It took me 2 hours to get past this whole segment. It took forever. I'm not gonna lie. Leon finds a bike. He's getting kind of weak, as you can see. He ends up driving off with the bike. And you won't believe what happens next. Guess what? You already know he pulled up. Motherfucking Dr. Doofenshmirtz pulled up. He shoots a rocket launcher at the whole goddamn thing. Where is he getting rocket launchers from? I don't fucking know. He's a terrorist organization, so he's just got infinite rocket launchers. Am I right? He's got demon dogs from Fallout 4. He sends the super mutant dogs to come kill us. And as the super mutant dogs are trying to kill us, Leon says, I'm gonna overfarm you back, bitch. I'm gonna drive up a whole ass tower with a bike just to show you how big my nuts is. I'm not gonna lie, Leon got some big fat ass nuts. So Leon's overfarming in the air like he always is. And then they go to the last standoff, which is this is right here. They battling, he's choking him. Fucking Dr. Doofenshmirtz is putting up a pretty good fight, but as you know, Leon has fought bigger people, tougher people, blah blah blah. Everybody ends up falling off his bike, loser ass loser. His bike's about to explode. He falls and he explodes, and that is where it ends, bro. That is it. I don't know what else to say. That's the whole montage. That's all that happened for episode 3, 4, and 5. I want to apologize just for how it ended. And how this happened, but then again, I'm still a new content creator, so I'm learning. So I wanna, you know, I'm gonna get better at this stuff. So I appreciate you guys. If you guys even did watch this montage, I know people are like, I'm not watching a montage of the episodes. I'm just gonna watch an episode. Oh man, you skipped. It's pointless now. You know, blah 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 blah. I want to say, I'm still learning. I'm still. You didn't hear nothing about that. That's my phone. And yeah, y'all. It's gonna get way better in the future. So I want to thank you guys so much. I want to apologize one last time. I want to thank you guys so much for sticking with me. Hope you guys did enjoy this montage, and I love you guys. Dap me up, and I'll see you guys in the next video. That's not gonna get corrupted because I'm not gonna let it happen again. And yeah, peace everybody, peace.